There's no doubt saying that literature is the mirror of life. And on this note, we're going to be discussing a very interesting topic, which is contemporary African literature. If you're watching us for the first time, this is Talk Your Mind, and I am Naza. We'll be right back.
Keep watching Talk Your Mind.
Okay, welcome back to the show. So like I said before, we'll be discussing a very interesting topic, which is contemporary African literature. So on this note, I have a very intelligent poet here with me in the studio. May we meet you, sir?
Yeah, good afternoon, viewers. I am Kingsley, a writer, a poet, and a literary critic. Thank you for having me in your show.
Okay, you're very much welcome, sir. Okay, sir. So how long have you been writing, and which of the writers motivate you more?
I've been writing for many years. I can't really tell you the exact years I've been writing. And the writers that have inspired me, they are much.
Okay.
The likes of Chinua Achebe,
Okay.
Wole Soyinka, and then Ngoyi Wationgo,
Okay.
and many African writers, including foreign writers.
Wow.
Or if you ask me, what is the reason why I have chosen these people to be my inspiration? Because they have good content.
Okay.
They have good content.
Right.
In Africa, Soyinka is my best.
Wow. Okay, sir. Can you please tell us about your creative journey as a writer?
Okay, my creative journey as a writer has been a very interesting one.
Okay.
I remember when I just finished secondary school, I fell in love with writing and reading, so I read a lot.
Wow.
So it is as a result of reading I became a writer.
Wow.
So my creative journey as a writer has been a very smooth one, and I've been inspired by other writers. Thank you.
Let's move to the topic of today, which is contemporary African literature. Sir, what is contemporary African literature?
Contemporary African literature has to do with the literature of the African people.
Okay.
So what inspired contemporary African literature? We talk about their culture. Mm-hmm. So contemporary African literature speaks of the identity of the African people. Mm. It speaks of liberation, freedom.
Wow.
It speaks of their experience with colonialism.
Okay.
It speaks of their independence. Speaks of their culture, tradition. So the hallmark is their identity.
Okay.
When we talk about contemporary African literature, it presents the identity of the African people to the public, if not to the Western world, but to the public.
Thank you very much for that answer.
Thank you.
So let's move to the next question. What is the role of African literature in reshaping of African politics?
The role of African literature.
Yeah.
If we talk about the role of African literature in shaping African politics, we talk about, we go back to experience, and then we go to reading. Okay. So the role of African literature to shaping the political environment of the African people is that people should read.
Wow, great.
Young people, old people, children, name them. Everyone must read. You read when you know. You can be able to shape your political environment and then make decisions that can grow politics in Africa. Okay. That's how African literature can reshape and bring innovation to politics in Africa.
Okay, thank you very much for that.
Okay.
So talking about reading, like you said, children should read, everybody should read, parents should read. So how do you rate the reading culture in Nigeria?
The reading culture in Nigeria, if I may rate it between the scale of 10, I would say it's just 3%.
3%.
3%. People don't read again. People don't read. And when the reading culture of the people drops, then the future of the people will have a question mark.
Yes.
So there must be reading. Reading helps you to be informed.
Yes.
The more you know, the more confident you become. So reading is very important, but these days 3% is getting low.
People don't read. So what do you think is the cause? Why don't people like reading?
A lot of things may contribute to the reasons why the reading culture is dropping. Why people don't read? People don't read because they feel reading is not important. People are after money. The government is also a problem.
Okay.
So they make things difficult. The economy is hard. Children don't want to read again. Parents are also contributors. They decide to pay money for their children to pass an exam, to go to higher institutions. So when they are out, it keeps repeating itself because the children that you assist to pass exam will also want to assist his or her own children to pass exam. So it continues like that. The reading culture continues to drop and drop. It becomes a generational problem.
Oh, God. So how do you differentiate writers of those days and writers of now?
Times.
Okay.
And chance.
Okay.
So when we talk about the writers of those days, they have their experience. When we talk about the writers of now, they have their experience. What is it that really influenced writing? Experience, observation. So the writers of those days, they wrote based on their experience.
Okay.
Writers of now, they write based on contemporary issues. Unlike the writers of then, they say they write about freedom, they write about colonialism, they write about culture, their way of life. Okay. They want to improve their way of life and then defend their culture as against what the white man was introducing to them. But when we talk about the writers of now, you see writers of now, they want to write about love, because they don't know what freedom is about. They want to write about how to make money because they don't know what culture is about. So writers of nowadays, they write based on contemporary issues that may not really be much a substance to the people.
So to you prefer writers of those days to writers of now, right?
I prefer all writers. It depends on what I want to learn from them. Okay. That is why most people select what the content they want. So we cannot really rule out what the writers of these days are giving to us because it depends on what you want. And then you go.
Let's talk about money making in writing business. So how do writers make money? How do you make money?
The business part of writing. Writing and business. We make money in writing.
Okay.
But we make as much as we can based on the number of people that reads. So the business part of writing is not profitable.
Okay.
So most times writers don't write for making money.
Okay.
They write because they are passionate and then they have something to tell the society. They have something to tell the public. So it's not about the making of money that inspires writer to write. It is the inspiration to teach, to pass information that is the first thing. So money can come as secondary, but it is not primary.
So as a writer, you write for inspiration, not for money. All right. Thank you very much for the answer. All right, viewers. We'll be right back.
Hello viewers, good day, this is your girl Onyinye, and if you're looking for a platform to advertise your business, your product, your brand, Talk Your Mind is the perfect platform for you to do so. Talk Your Mind is a platform that is created by the Onye Takin Art team. On Talk Your Mind, we talk about different subject matters such as education, politics, lifestyle, entertainment, just name it. Here on Talk Your Mind, we invite different expertise to come and educate the audience on their different fields of specialization. Talk Your Mind airs every weekend, and you can follow us on YouTube at Onye Takin Art Team, on Facebook, Onye Takin Art Team, and on Instagram, Onye Takin Art Team. I still remain your girl, Onyinye. Thank you.
All right, welcome back to Talk Your Mind segment. Okay, sir, this is Talk Your Mind segment, and as usual, we're going to give you some questions which you'll pick, and you promise us that you say exactly the correct answers.
No problem.
Okay, so sir, you pick 2 questions from here, and you give us the correct answers.
Okay.
So because you're a writer, we decide to use a book. So you pick 2 questions for you, but we'll start from one first. Okay, let me open and I'll read so you answer. Okay, the first question says, would you rather sleep over at a campsite in the wood or sleep over in a hunter's house?
Wow, that's very deep. Okay, I would like to sleep over in the wood.
Okay.
My reason is this. I'm a writer. I'm a poet.
Okay.
So, as writers, as poets, and as writers, we go to where we can be inspired. Something that can give us inspiration to write. So when I am in the cave, right?
Yeah, the campsite, yes.
The campsite. So that will inspire me. And when you come after 5 minutes, I must have given birth to something.
Okay.
And
But don't you think an hunter house too inspire you, like seeing a lion, writing about the lion and so on?
not really.
That too can inspire you to
Not
or
really.
see that antelope.
I prefer to be at the fire
Okay,
now.
sir. You have one more question to pick.
Okay.
Pick another question. Okay. Wow. Okay. Can you sky drive with your baby for 100 million?
100 million. That's a whole lot of money.
Yes, yes.
But I can't take the risk.
Are you scared?
I am. 100 million and the life of my kid?
You're not even talking about your own life. So you believe you are safe
Not really.
and the child is not safe.
It's
Wow.
better I go than the child should remain.
You are a good father. You are a good father. You're a good father.
Thank you very much.
That's very, very interesting. Moving to the next question. Can you please tell us about your books, the ones you've written and the ones you are working on?
Okay. The book I have published is titled A Chew Over with Prudent Students. It's a chew over with prudent students.
Okay.
It's a motivational piece for both teachers, students, counselors, career counselors precisely, and all lovers of learning.
Okay. Can you call the name of that book again, please?
A Chew Over with Prudent Students. A Chew Over with
Prudent Students.
So I'm also working on a collection of poems titled The Funeral of a Poet. The Funeral of a Poet. It has to do with death, and death. And funny enough, someone just asked me recently, you talk about death too much. You know the fear you go die. I said, we will all die.
We'll die one day.
When it is time, we will all die.
I won't die now.
So, and I'm also working on another book titled Moral Effrontery and Self-Complexity. Moral effrontery and self-complexity. And then other works that are just lying there. For just these 2 first, I want to bring them out before I focus on others.
Okay, that's very, very good. That's very, very good. So, sir, what's your advice to upcoming writers, especially the art students? What's your advice to them?
The art students should know the reason why they are where they are.
Okay.
Because that's one of the problems with art students, that they find themselves in the department that they are by mistake or by chance, because they didn't really know what they want to do, where they belong to. Some of them follow friends. That's why you see the reading culture is dying on a daily basis. And people still feel when you are not too sound academically, quote and unquote, you are not sound academically, they feel the art department is a dumping ground. So what's my advice? My advice is that they know why they are where they are.
Okay.
So if they know why they are where they are, it will help them to become the best of who they should be.
Wow.
And who they are supposed to be.
Okay.
That's my advice for.
So the art students If you're watching me from anywhere and you're not a student, please, you should know why you are where you are. Before we round up, can you please give us one of your poems?
Okay. I will read one of my poems from the recent collection,
Okay.
The Funeral of a Poet. So this one is titled The Poet's Widow.
The Poet's Widow.
The Poet's Widow.
Wow.
Have you seen The Poet's Widow? Before the seat of death, mourning the reminiscence of verbal delicacies, conjured by poet in rapturous transition of the years of great harmonies. The poet's widow, by flight, sunk into the secret chamber of men who have the key to the altar of dirge for a poetic ritual with ancestral verses, mixed with verbal wines and stunk to stupor. She searched the annals of the earth and found the remains of a bottle. At the bar of intoxicated paradox, shrouded with the indebted eulogies of the unwritten stanzas of witnesses, she found a pot full of dusty pages and broken lines of metaphor stained by the perfumes of preservative fluid, plagued with rivers of epitaph of wine, overflowed with healing in the widow's vein.
Wow.
Would the poet ordain the widow's pen?
This is very, 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 very interesting.
Thank you very much.
I tell you, I love it so much.
Thank you very much.
So please, can I ask for one? Can you please write or just give me a short love poem?
Thank you very much. I think that will be when I come next time.
Okay. So next time you're promising that you're going to give me a love poem.
No problem.
Wow. I'll be prepared for it then.
No problem.
All right, viewers. We've come to the end of the show for today. So see you next week. This is Talk Your Mind, and I remain Naza.
Keep watching Talk Your Mind.